Peace, peace, peace. You see dead people, I see divergences. We are not the same. Confluence is king. Let's see if we can find it. June 2nd. Bitcoin. Falling out of the bear flag. The possible bear flag. TA is just possible until confirmed. You had confluence, which is king. If you look at my previous videos, you had possible bearish divergence at the 200 at the top of the channel. We lost 72, 73K. I've stated that in the past, that is the key level. Now we have to start like being ready for a possible leg down. If you go to the monthly chart, your 786, 886 is down here. You know, 30, 40, I mean even 50, I would be like, okay, TA is easy. But I've said it before, I'll say it again. Every cycle in Bitcoin's history has returned to the 786, 88, the 886, which is an 78.6 or an 88.6% retrace from the low to the high. 78%, 88%. Well, go to the next one. Look where we ended up. I mean, there it is. And, you know, then you go to the next one, and there it is. From your low to your high. Bam. And here we are. I expect it to go there. Every cycle is the same until they aren't. So maybe this could be the cycle that makes it not. But the amount of news that's coming out that is not moving the market, I've said it in previous videos, it's likely creating exit liquidity for another leg down. I don't know if I'm gonna be right, but it's just one of those things where history does not repeat itself, because it does only happen once, but it often rhymes, and I can hear the beat waiting for the rhyme. So there's your Bitcoin, bro. Your confluence was on stablecoin dominance. You know, on Bitcoin, you have a rising wedge, 68% chance of break to the downside with bearish divergence at the top of a rising wedge. And then you go to stablecoin dominance, you have a falling wedge with a 68% chance of a break to the upside, retest, follow through, uh-oh, have fun with your Bitcoin, said Mr. T. Then if you go to totalitarian, the total market cap of the crypto space, you also had a rising wedge with a 68% chance of a break to the downside, pretty much at the 200, with bearish divergence on the indicators. MACD, now it's broken down. I pointed this out in the Discord right here. You're basically reconfirming what was resistance is once again resistance. Now we're riding that 9 down. I mean, total's on its last leg. Let's go to the, doesn't look like we have to go to the monthly. Let's go to the Fibonacci and do a retrace. I mean, your 786, 886 is down here. Honestly, I've never done that, so let's do it. Last cycle total from the swing low to the swing high, right at the 786. I mean, you can't make it up. This is what the professionals are using. You know, you could even put like a mark the old top from 2017. What was resistance becomes support. There's your resistance, there's your support. It's confluent with that and the 786. I mean, bro, once you learn to read this stuff, it just gets easier. Managing money is a whole nother deal, but you know, as Kid in Play says, you got to live and learn. I ain't gonna hurt nobody, I'm just dancing. Let's move on. Let's go to the DXY on the daily. We still have possible Wyckoff accumulation. Basically, the spot, the level to watch is that 200. You had bullish divergence. You see that on the top. Actually, that's exaggerated. The bottom right, you got a low and a same low, and then you're making a low and a higher low on the indicators. That's exaggerated bullish divergence. It's still a form of bullish divergence. So if you look at the Wyckoff accumulation schematic above, you know, right around here and here, right? Even phase B, you know, you got your support, and then you got your boom boom, which is boom boom. Then you have, you know, your break and a spring and a back test, which is right here. And now you're climbing up. We might be at the last point of supply here. You know, you would want to see it up here for it to be a sign of strength, SOS. But, you know, clearly we have resistance lines. You know, if this gets a breakout, it's going to be interesting times seeing the dollar get stronger. You know, if you back out on the monthly of the DXY, we've just been in an uptrend since 2008 is when it started. So remember, a rising wedge has a 68% chance of a break to the downside. Something to keep in mind. So for now, we must assume the price action is going to stay inside the pattern until it doesn't. And that could have been a fake out right there. Now we're back in the pattern. This is the monthly chart, so every single candle is a month of time. You know, you could have lost it, got back in it, spring back test. I mean, back in the channel. I mean, it's a very valid trend line. We're gonna watch it. Not literally, bro. You know, we have alerts set. Should set one down here. And I will. Let's move on to your ES1, S&P futures. Here's your monthly chart. You know, you have a monthly trend line. Every time the S&P gets some downside, it's on a valid trend line. So that's a long-term trend line. Let's go to the daily, see what's doing. I mean, that divergence was garbage. This thing is about to go. Just does. Looks like it's about to go. We've already exceeded the 1272, the 1414, the 1618. What's next? I mean, 77, 78, 8 for psychological resistance. That's it. It's called psychological resistance because it's just, you know, if you buy something at 7,000 and it goes to 8,000, you know, psychologically, you're like, whoa, bro, it's at 8,000. You know, every round number is a, you know, possible psychological resistance. That's it. So we're watching the ES1 for a breakout. I'm gonna put some alerts in here because it's not like I sit around and look at charts all day, bro. We're in a good mood today, so I figured I'd make a video, check in. I mean, when bearish divergence does not play out, you usually see a parabolic move in the opposite direction, which is up at this point. Didn't even have enough demand to come fill this gap down here. I mean, it's cray-cray, bro. It's cray-cray. I'm gonna get rid of this volume. Let's go to the nasty NAS, but it is not nasty. 31,000 is psychological resistance, then your 2618 would be the next fib extension. We've already exceeded 30,000, which was just psychological resistance, and we got none. Resistance, none. I'm Pac, you're Pac, he's Pac, none. You are the weakest link, goodbye. Maybe it will be, well, you know what? We're gonna leave that there because it could be psychological what? Support. Now. So we'll lock it, bro. We'll see how it reacts. Maybe it'll bounce. Sir, I drew a line. Why didn't the price action bounce? Let's go to the Russell futures. I mean, this thing's on major breakout watch. The 9 just got possible support there. I mean, you know, in strong uptrends, the 9 or the 8 some people use. You know, it lost it here, but it spring back test, okay, and it started to keep going, and it stays above it. Like I said, in a strong uptrend, which, you know, we're in a strong uptrend overall. You can see, like, you know, way back here, look at how it reacts to the 9. You know, it's used in all forms of trading. You can use it on the low time frames, you can use it on the high time frames. Just the higher the time frame, the higher the moves, bigger the moves, the more time you have to wait, the more patience you need. I have none. Let's go to the Dow futures. This thing is at all-time highs. I mean, it had its highest daily candle close the other day. Did it have its highest next to it? Yeah, it looks like it did. Yeah, right there. So here we are again, going for the highest daily candle close, even though it's 11 o'clock. And we have many hours to go. But that 9 is coming into play again. Maybe we will see 52,000. You know, it's kind of confluent with the 1272. But let's say the Dow futures was the NASDAQ, right? NASDAQ is where? Almost, but it's between the 1618 and the 2618. So let's go back to the Dow futures. I mean, bro, that would put the Dow Jones up here somewhere in the 56, 58,000 area. I don't know that that's going to happen, but I mean, it is what it is till it ain't. You would think 56,000 over time. I don't know. That's a lot to say. I withdraw that statement. What else do you want to look at? Anybody? Anybody want to look at something? Oh my God, nobody cares, Dow. U.S. oil. Well, I will say I like that we lost 92.75 and we are trying to regard it as resistance now. This orange level, what is it? Let's look left. Bam, bam, bam. When you start out on a brand new chart, go to the weekly and mark your tops and your bottoms. You know, that's it. It's not perfect. It's just analysis. You can't get mad at it. The purpose of technical analysis is to manage risk appropriately. Find places to manage risk. Shout out to Mitch Ray. Best teacher on the planet if you are willing to learn. We do have a gap up here around 96, 70-ish, 71, and I mean, could fill it, and then we'd have to watch for support here. But it's chop on the oil chart here. Chop. What do you know about chop? Get the ludes. What movie? Let's look at some stocks here. Energizer. I took a shot, bought some calls like a week ago down here because it was showing possible double bottom with some divergence on a high time frame on the weekly. However, it is at all-time lows. I did not risk a lot. If it goes to zero, I laugh. However, if it goes over 20, I make the money. NNE, I put this in the Discord the other day, quite a few times I believe. This thing is at the 200. And if it breaks, we ride. And the 618, you know, it's kind of confluent with like 43, maybe 48. But this is nuclear, and the narratives these days are energy, aerospace, drones, semiconductors, software. I mean, that's where you're looking at strong uptrends. And NNE, I mean, shit, I remember having a trade set up in NNE. I believe it was right here. When did Mr. T get elected? November 24, it was like right here. And then it shot up. And we went Sizzler. No, it was 2023, wasn't it? No, I don't know. I don't even care. I hate politics. But the market liked it. Yes, it was November 2024. Oh my God. Move the hell on, bro. If NNE breaks the 200, it's gone. Let's go to VLN. Valens Semiconductor Limited on the weekly. I mean, this thing has never been higher. It's never been at this price that we are at now since March of 2023. Clearly, the composite operator was acquiring a position down here. And you had bullish divergence. I mean, it was at all-time lows. It's the weekly because it shows you really what's happening over a long period of time. But this week is an interesting week because if it gets a candle close, it already had its highest weekly candle close last week since March of 2023. But if you set an alert in the 370s, this thing is doing things if it gets triggered. And there is a long way to go if it happens. I don't know that it's going to happen. But it's been holding 350 for quite a while. And 350 is a price that it has not been at for a long time. It is not getting downside. Sellers are not. Bears are not winning this fight right now. Clearly the bulls are winning. Let's go to Hive. I mean, you see how crazy Hive can go? I mean, this thing got to 28 bucks in 2021. Twice, bro. For real, for real. Well, on the daily, in my group, been posting about it. I had a stop loss sign right there. And you know, we live and learn. But I had no patience on this one. For some reason, my emotions took over. And during this little week of chop where I was in, I almost got stopped out here and my fear got the best of me. So I sold. I was impatient. I didn't stick to my trading plan, and that's okay. It's just a lesson. But I sure as hell missed out, and I was in around here. I mean, I missed out on 100% gains, and that's okay. We can find it again. It will happen again. We're not going to get emotional, but congrats to the people that didn't sell their Hive. This is why I do it. When you're one of the few to land on your feet, what do you do to make ends meet? Teach. Let me see if I can find something good for you. INFQ has a partnership with NVIDIA. I put it in the Discord yesterday. We got a nice little 10% bump today. I mean, a partnership with NVIDIA is big news. If you see this thing start breaking $20, it's on like Donkey Kong. Any pullbacks could be a good pullback to start buying if you have not entered at all. FCEL. I posted in the Discord that any pullback around here, any pullback into the teens would be a great time to buy. We got 16, 14, and now we're at 25. Palantir. I mean, this thing's on major breakout watch. Right now, you'd be looking for 148.14 to hold. Maybe the 9 if it goes lower. Maybe they're going to bring it lower to fill this gap right here. And hit the 9. Seems likely. But, you know, it's been a support and a resistance before. Very well could be again. So honestly, DCAing down here or a breakout and then a retest of this area would be great with some divergence. Pretty much. What else you want to look at? Anything? Nobody's listening, Dow. It's a video. Correct. I don't know, bro. Gold. Look at this. Look at. Bam. Well, let's flip this. Bam. That's a possible bearish retest at the moment, but you know, it's pushing against the 200 moving average. It could break and retest and go. However, that is a possible resistance. Possible, I wouldn't know if I would call it a bearish retest because it's not like really like it was a major breakdown or anything. Whatever. Who cares? The move's over in gold. You had your chance. Silver? I mean, if we get another daily candle close under this line, I would be skeptical. I guess I could bring this down here and it's over the line. Sir, I drew a line. I don't know why the price action did not respond. I mean, look at this. You have a possible hammer spinning top at support, Okay. Remember, always assume the price action stays inside the pattern until it doesn't. This is a rising, broadening wedge. Right? It's a rising, broadening wedge. Why? Because it's rising and it's getting wider. So it's broadening, rising, broadening wedge. Now you have, well, okay. So think about this. We are at the bottom of a pattern. You have a possible confirmation and you have possible hidden bullish divergence on the MACD right here. Hidden bullish divergence implies a continuation to the upside. Hidden bearish divergence would imply a continuation to the downside. This is implying a continuation to the upside at the moment. Data can change. I mean, damn, son, this looks pretty good on the 4-hour too, because you have bullish divergence. The F. Oh, I wanted it the other way. Bam. Okay. Silver looks pretty good. Again, that's the 4-hour. If you go to the daily, I mean, it's just a rising, broadening wedge at support. It's already tested support. You got a hammer. You got a possible spinning top. 2 of them in a row at supports. Silver could see some serious upside right now. You would want to protect yourself under 70 bucks. Because if you lose 70 bucks, you're probably going to the 200, which would be 66 or lower. That's all I have to say about that. Anyways, I want to thank you for tuning in and dealing with my sarcasm and my dry humor. I hope you have the best day ever. Get that money, motherfucker. Peace, love, and llama.